Hello everyone, Gary here again, GK Aquatics. Today I want to talk to you about filters. For beginning aquarists and you're setting up your first tank, you will need a filter. This is the next video in my short little series for beginning aquarists. There are several types of filters you can get. Some are more complicated than others, but they don't have to be. So come on and I'll show you. Probably one of the easiest filters to get and not expensive. This small one is on my 10-gallon aquarium. This is just my 10-gallon quarantine tank. Here's the stand I was talking about in my previous video. 10-gallon quarantine tank with a light on it, and this hang-on back filter cost me, I think it was like $10, brand new, and it's worked fine. This is really all you need. Now the only modification I've done to it is right down there I put a sponge filter on the inlet. That does two things. It keeps baby fish from getting sucked up in there, or snails that will damage the impeller, anything like that. It also works as extra place for nitrifying bacteria. By putting that on there, I doubled the capacity of my filter. I can now overstock this tank quite a bit. I'm not done with this completely. If you take the top off, you'll see there's only a couple sponges in there. Don't mind the dirt. I usually leave it. It's good. There's only a couple sponges in there. What I would recommend is filling up this entire back area as much as you can with sponge media. You can get that at local fish stores. I just highly recommend doing that. The next type of filter you have is this one back here in the corner. Oh, the glare is awful. Look at that. It's basically just a power head. And when it pulls up, this is a sponge area in here. Now that's good for a smaller aquarium, but this is on the 55. So I just have this actually just to add more flow. See how it gives me a little surface agitation? Just to add more flow to my 55. Now this over here is the intake tube and the exit. Wow, that glare is awful. This is the intake and the exit to my canister filter. The intake, once again, I got a sponge filter on there. It just adds so much to it and keeps anything you want to keep alive from going in there. And again, the exit is along the top. Now, because of this surface agitation, I don't have any air bubbles in here. I don't have an air pump on this aquarium, which makes it completely silent. Now this canister filter is actually, the hoses run out the top and down the back, and it's underneath the cabinet down here, which I'm not going to show you because it is a disaster at the moment. Another type of filter, which I'm planning on doing in the future, is a matten filter. I'm going to do a corner matten filter, where basically it's like a back in this corner. It's going to take the back quarter there, and it's going to be a big black wall. It's going to be a whole sponge. Goes from the bottom all the way to the top, and all the way from the side over here all the way to the back. Now what that's going to do, a couple of things, and I'm actually going to put this power head one behind that. It'll hide that. So when I put that in there, I can hide everything behind there. I can put the temperature sensor back there. Also this heater, the stainless steel heater, I can put that behind there as well. All this stuff, all of it can be hidden behind that matten filter, and it'll just look like a wall. It'll look real nice, and it will all be place for the nitrifying bacteria to colonize on. It will be great for that. The other kind I have is on this aquarium. This is my discus aquarium. You can see the babies up there. This aquarium has a corner overflow. You can see the overflow here. It actually goes in the top up there. And there's grates in the front there. But it actually overflows into this area and down the standpipes and goes into the filter area underneath, which is a disaster too. Oh, I need to clean all this stuff. You can see, well, sort of see, I have my heaters inside the sump. Everything is hidden in the sump. Got my biological over here. Right here. This is a 200 micron filter sock. It actually filters it out. These in here are basically pot scrubbies that you buy at the dollar store. They're like 6 for $1, but they're great for growing biological bacteria. Just make sure you get the kind that have no soap on them. So far, my favorite of all these filters is the overflow with the sump. It works the best. I'll be able to grow these discus up to full-grown adult discus and still have plenty of filtration for them. The lights on my discus tank are out right now, but that's okay. You can still see them pretty good. Look at them. Look at them babies. Those are about 2-inch, 2.5. They're all good. All right, like, share, subscribe, and see you for the next video.